Why can I not be on the playchat? What a great bidding pool. Is this leaving end or is this... Yeah, it's the Coiling Oracle deck. Yikes! Actually, if they don't have Flare of Daniel right this turn... Actually, I have two Renan 6s. I'm probably fine if they have Flare of Daniel anyway. But if they don't, then I am in a great spot. Okay. Sultan Tradebinder seems like a hard matchup. Depends. They draw... If they just pass here and I draw a land, none of those things happened. I don't think I'm allowed to not cast Renan 6. Unlucky. Yeah, I think it's more like a Sultai bulk box deck. Ritual no creature. I have binding for that, so it's like sort of okay. Draw a land! And not a Dwarven Mine. Okay, thank you. For being a fucking... Thank you for not paying! They tanked on that Surveil a little bit at some point, because I think that Surveil was a building ritual and they had no creatures. What even discard? I like all of my cards. It's one of the snares. I like the snares against their creatures. It's one of the fables. Okay, Valgavoth is not a card I'll be casting. I did this right now, so I don't have to discard. I figured that Teferi is more valuable than Fable, but that actually might not have been true. Yeah, I think it. Actually, I think it is. So don't subtlety me now, and we're gonna be cool. Okay, you subtletied me. We're not cool. Bottom. Bottom as the bitch. In my experience, the deck is only playable if turboing out Harbinger is good. I don't think that's necessarily true. And they have one card in hand and it's a freshly drawn card. I'm pretty sure I wanna check them, right? Have you seen the Polish animation series Exorcist Bogdan on Netflix? Bogdan Bonner Exorcysta. I'm not sure if I saw if I like watched it a lot, but I know what it is, and I think it's a Walaszek production. And I've heard those are pretty funny. I watched some of his other productions, and they were pretty funny. Do you like it? Because that's a very Polish humor, I think. I won that game. It was pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Disputka. I think Elash Norn is good here, actually. Probably better than Arhon. No, actually, I'll just keep L4. I want ending against their... I want ending against their rituals. I want formation against the rituals. Maybe Reprieve is not great on the draw. I want some amount of discharge for sure. I think I'll just trim out 3 Reprieves. There's something to be said about potentially sideboarding in Orim's Chance maybe, but I don't like Orim's Chance, it's just in a fair matchup. I want my cards to do shit. This is a pretty good hand because it kills their turn 2 creature and casts Siren on 6 afterwards. This can also... Okay, now it's great because now it very much allows me to play around Harbinger of the Seas. It's not great for me because that means that I guess the game does not want me to galvanic discharge that creature. Brief maintenance. Banned! All 7 chat. We're playing Arena now. I think the secret broken deck Daybreak needs you to stop. Stop spilling the beans! I'm going to my RCQ this weekend! Hi Davide, by the way. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I registered Zoo twice, once at a PT and once for IRL mocks. Both were my worst constructed performances at that level. Yeah. It's crazy work. I'm going stomping around Ren 6. And also being a tad bit sad that I will get Harbinger and die. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I thought they were spell snaring me. Horde Galvanic for Binger. But if I hold Galvanic for Binger, then they have a Flare of Denial and a creature to sacrifice it to Flare of Denial to save them from Bringer. So that is kind of like... It doesn't really work out the way you would like it to, I think. kind of squeeze. And I think I liked forcing them to have actual Force of Negation or a Spell Snare. I don't really want to play anything into 3 open mana. Clearly, if you think registering Zoo is reasonable, it's already too late. You need to register it when it's clearly unreasonable. That's the 5-head solution. Don't let Zoo being bad fool you into registering creativity. That seems personal. Okay, let's hope to not get... Okay. Hear me out. I go Plains binding the Ice Fang, untap the Fairy minus Harbinger. I love that. God, I'm so smart. I'd rather register creativity than Zoo, any day of modern being playable. Creativity is not usually playable. Now this even guarantees me to resolve the Teferi. I think we should have one of Mana Tide for situations like this. Actually, I... Get fucked!
Barczek,
Card check.
play Ago makes tokens commercial and we're making ciasto for buns.
You wanna do it right now?
Soonish.
So when I finish this match, which is probably soon, we can probably figure something out. That's clippable. I mean, the play pattern I did there, that's pretty nice. Making cake is clippable. It's not cake. Let's bounce Oichulus first. And then ending the manifest. And then play Fabuka and then pass. I feel like I'm on the verge of, like, if I find creativity, I'm just winning. They recast the Oculus here, they can't really suck it to Ritual. Found the creativity. Now we just need the land, or... There's the land. And I guess hitting Raph and Mikey makes it worth it to just do this pre-combat. Yo. Raph and Mikey for 9? What is this?
Crossover episode!
An Archon of Cruelty for 8? Yo! Shadow sick! Shoo! Okay, I go triple queuing in a Modern Horizon Draft League and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Friendly Shield League. Crazy. Chat, would you rather date a commoner or a modern man? A loaded question just appeared in the chat. Ha! Mirror! Mirror. Mirror is kind of wild here, chat. Somebody was talking about the dynamic of playing a binding versus a binding deck. And I guess here we are. Actually, can I jump Terry here? Kinda risky. To mirror their moves. I actually started off with wooded foothills, so kinda blows. But it's not here, is making dough. Oh no. He's so right. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Not really. I am making dough on Magic Online. I don't want to go Fable here. On the look for the creativity. If I fetched this for a Triumph rather than a Survey land, then I wouldn't have drawn land this turn. Does your list include creativity? It was not present in the screenshot. That was a shit test. If you figured out that the list in fact does include creativity, but it was not in the picture, you win. So the way I played this, they can now shit test me and go creativity x2, which is like almost assuredly. I guess not necessarily, not 100% just the win. But very likely a win. Also, the fact that I have Archon in my hand probably just like disqualifies me. Okay, my Popatch formation will work against that very well. You should just leave the tiny cut of the card like in the Mythical Star if it recalled a bit more content. That would be good. I did not even consider this. Leyline Fable in response may be Psych. Yeah, I did mention already that I'm a big idiot for not fetching Black Source. And Tovo sounds like Polish Mewtwo. That's exactly what it is. Okay, let's start ourselves off with kill Teferzak.
Shit!
Mi się strać z chłopcy, nie wyobrażacie sobie. To może propozycja zagrania sranie. Okay, my mana base fucking blows. If this was a white source or a black source. Przyjęta? No jest. It's okay. Probably means they are not creativitying me. But they're just gonna binding my table again. Their body is a machine that turns leyline binding into a 2-for-1. Are they ending the fable now? Ja pierdolę, Valga Wod Terror Eater. It's probably the worst thing that could ever have happened to me. So I go Scared Foundry. Binding this. Love that I can break their Yombo, or I go Teferi minus pass. Pray to high heavens that I get somewhere someday. Should play this deck and replace creativity and big creatures with actual factual mutate creatures. But do you know the mutate lore that this is in fact the prime target for mutating on creatures? They just have creativity. Oh no, and they have Raph and Mikey, which murders me. They have to have thrown it of the formation, right? Or the land. Probably the land. How in the world did you manage to find a mirror? That's what happens when you are the premier EU AM content creator because Andrea Menkuchi is in Japan. I love the restore. I thought that maybe we have a lot of cards to take out, but I don't think that's necessarily true. I'll take out the prismatic endings, and I think we're good other than that. Still think that was supposed to bring it to Amsterdam. Now is party time. Of course. Always. If I had a fetch hunt on top and I knew about it, that'd be a very good hand. This, on the other hand, is pretty bad. So on the basis that I kind of need to find another land anyway, I'm gonna start off a survey land. I have some new followers. Jadrzwi, Corky Boy, Fake00, and Svelar, and Saeroi90. Thank you so much for the follow, everybody. Thank you all so much. Mr. Streamer, how does mutate work with prepared creatures? Can you still cast the spells? I'm gonna have to consult my my lawyers on that one. Rastor, how does it work? If I have to play this Dwarven Mine out, I'm just gonna fucking go off. Where's my... Starting with mine, which you will need to play anyway, let's keep fetch a turn longer in case you draw Ren or such. I guess a Ren is a good argument, and also a lot of 2-drops that are good. Maybe that's what I had to do. Have a reprieve. Unforge. So this can fetch for a Vetmir's Garden, I guess. I hope they should test me. Nope. Oh. Okay. Playing the mirror. We fucking know it. They did the absolute opposite of shit testing me. They just fucking folded. Okay, am I just dead? Out of Gulf end step, I think. Oh, for Archon to kill Ram. Is that relevant? I feel like it's not really relevant. If I hit Raph and Mikey there, by the way, they were dead. I never hit Raph and Mikey out of these. Now they only do it for one, so I guess I'm never dead to that. Might be dead to a combination of things, though. Like a binding and a creativity. Falgavots staring at each other. Like, I have to go the binding on this. Oh, that's nice. I think this will work, right? Actually, will it? I guess it won't. Hey, it will. I will just... I don't know what I'm thinking about, honestly. I think it's they're just that, right? Oh god, they're not dead. Because I played the wrong card. I don't have a green source. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Nie mogę pompacza, bo nie mam zielonego źródła w deku. I'm an idiot. I also could have not killed that small creature and discharged this now. You can chant them in upkeep, it's fine. I mean, I can chant them in upkeep, but is it fine? Okay, I think I need to exile this, by the way. I wish I could chant them twice. You so just bounce the token and kill Ren with double discharge. Ren was at 7, so I couldn't actually have done that, but I could have discharged my own Archon if I didn't just kill the token for no reason with it. The discharge discarded from Valgabot. I just drew a land though, so I win. I think. I got a Fairy Ren. Minus on Valgavot. Yeah, not even that. So I go the Fairy. Minus on my binding. That produces a Fable. Now I go binding. Failed this. Could fetch Dwarven Mine and Leyline Valgavov, sack token Leyline Archon. We only have 3 Dwarven Mines in our deck. Why didn't you Leyline Archon? Leyline only says opponent controls. Thank goodness I have the Popatch, because that would actually fucking kill me. Anyway, when did they draw a card? Oh, they played a Blossomire from Valgavov, I guess. I guess it's not over. The game is not really over because they could top deck creativity. Okay, I guess I can leyline binding it now, right? Are they binding Valgavot? Jesus. Are they binding the Fable one? Oh, now they got binding my Valgavot? Jesus, why is this game so fucking hard? Hey. Wasn't it better to wait until they make target with Leyline and paint the war to destroy it? They targeted my Leyline binding, not my Valgavot. I should have played the Ren minus on the ferry. Yep. The fact that this game is still ongoing, it's absolutely on me, by the way. Rough and Mikey. Okay, them having this card in hand is kind of fucking scary. Okay, no longer scary. But at the top deck leyline binding, it's scary again. They didn't have two white swords untapped. Couldn't you reprieve the leyline, or I'm wrong? There was a fairy on board. I cannot cast a spell at instant speed if there's a fairy on board. Insane match. Yeah, all because of me. All because of me, yeah, it's all because of me. Okay, opponent, I would like to die to leyline binding. This has to be good, right? And I like to sing along, and he like to see it all. Don't know what it means. Don't know what it means. Exacties with Raf and Mikey. Thanks for making the game longer for content purposes. Yeah, I'm vibing with this. Combo control is like the fucking sweetest thing ever, chat. This game was over 10 minutes ago. I bring the content unto you, and you complain. Why is this? I tried so hard. And I got so far in this game.
And got so far.
That was a spot ball, by the way. Okay, some beat. I did create content, chat. Had to make them win to show creativity is a strong deck, but you remember you're playing creativity yourself. That's exactly what happened. Okay, chat. Have this putka for the Ferzak. Is that enough? I'm gonna say unlikely. Much other mulligan to like a run and 6 hand, or like. Yeah, this hand's better. It's not great, but it is better. I'm gonna look for some more lands. I'd like to have an untapped land for turn 3. And I'm punished. I will be punished. Because if I played Jetmir's Garden and drew that, I could play it on turn 2. I think this hand might just lose to being on the draw, although maybe. What if I Orim's Chant them here on turn 3? That sounds like the stupidest thing ever. Pompage? Just Orim standing here will be just so punished if they just have like a reprieve. Will you be streaming challenges again sometimes? Streaming challenges fucking sucks, man. Just like have nothing to do for half of the time on the stream. Like double queuing is not great. I would like to. I'd like to play more challenges as well. I haven't been playing any. I've been just hard testing Riftbound all day, every day for Lille, so also like devoting like 9 hours of my day has been a little bit on the rough side of things. Yeah, but now we're just gonna play Dingo Galaxy Brain Dead by playing Blue White. That is smart. I think they have a dispute. If I had a fetch run, I would just go to ferry. They dispute, they go creativity. I go creativity in response. Hmm. But they just jam Fable. Like it's fucked by less things, I think. Thank you for the follow, mama. The tasteless and tactless mamas. Chad, did you watch Bridgerton? Are you excited for the new season? Actually, didn't the new season just come out? Bridgerton.
Będzie piszczało, to mów.
Yeah.
Jak będzie piszczało, to mów.
Chad, if it beeps, you need to yell at me. I'm outsourcing that job to you all. 75 of you, I bet at least one of you will hear the beep, 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 beep. Skora, why are you yelling? Did I tell you to yell? You didn't peep yet. 12 fetches and 60 cards are kind of impossible. Yeah, this deck does not play any Posages, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Data, I low-key want to Orim's Chant, Teferi minus Unbinding. I don't want to walk into the thingy. You just have to run. I know, that's fine. Surveil first. I kind of like to play the garden. But maybe you're right. Oh no, now I don't have a green source. They kept that on top. Yeah, I think I played this game pretty poorly. Not since they got creativity for 2, I kinda have to chant them. They have instants. My plan right now is to destroy Leyline Binding. But if I need to go full potch formation, draw a card, create a food, I can do it. This somehow doesn't feel like a bad game state. It is pretty bad. Now we panic. No, 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 it's good, it's good. They cannot creativity now, it's good. You just minus that. It's okay, we're good, we're good. Panic at the Duskmorn. Actually, we have a Duskmorn card in our deck, so flavorful. Disco at the Duskmorn. Wow. Did you draw a fresh land? Yeah, we didn't really hit Rap and Mikey, so we lose. I also fucked up. I shouldn't have held up Xander's Lounge. I should have definitely held up a White Source because that spell never works, right? Because of the fairy. So I definitely shouldn't have done that. Now they go creativity X3 and I'm dead. Actually, not necessarily, I guess. So I do get my Valkavov to still be here. But no, I don't. Because they... I have to sack the Archon and they post-combat... post-combat played it with Valkavov. Like, so I guess that makes me have to trade Valkavovs. So they are left with Raph and Mikey. And I am left with Valkavov. Yeah, but maybe they just don't have it. Who knows? Maybe they just don't have it. Did they not discard with Fable? I think they misclicked, right? No, draws 2 cards from Fable of Mirror Breaker. Discarded Lost in Mire and Mesa. Oh, okay, they are all here. Never mind. Okay, that means they don't have creativity, I think, right? Piczaga, Pipczy.
Who told you?
I did.
Nobody told you?
Nope.
What the hell, chat?
What the hell, chat? Good question. Hi Bartek, long time no see. Hi Jay. Nice to see you. So what happens if I free Valgavot? Kinda nothing happens. I guess I will free Archont. That worked. The two humble spellsners in my head, chat. Supporting me any way they can. Sakran. Maybe it was wait a turn free Archon. I can haste it. Maybe that doesn't change much. Maybe you're right. Now we can instant speed Popach free Valgavot. Yeah, this act ran. So that didn't really matter. It was not an instant speed trick that we could reuse. They just play Archon? Okay, so I have free. Sack this, discard this. Oh, it's fine. Kill Archon. Okay, what is more fun? Kill Archon or Valgavot? I think arguably... No, actually, kill Valgavot is much better. But I definitely should have done this before. Because they could have Leyline Binding, they're binding my Archon and are left with this, I'm just gonna die. Is Discharge better than Bolt in this deck? I mean, it felt pretty good so far. And I didn't really want to bolt anybody throughout my league so far, so yes. I've been on the draw all fucking day, but chat, what the fuck? Did I start even one match? 5-0, never want to play deck again, let's go. Oh, hop against Tron. You might have jinxed me. Shouldn't we just fucking devour Tron? And 6 kinda favors Bolt. I don't think we are in a world where you can ultimate this card. Thank you, Rap and Mikey, for showing up. Appreciate it. So while this sucks, I don't really want to hold up Reprieve against the Searching Eldrazi is having Michael spawn, so I will not do it. Map, Tron up, and pass. Ooh. These are some awkward lands. Because we cannot actually go Leyline Binding, hold up Reprieve. Yo. Because I wanted to Leyline Binding this and then hold up Reprieve for whatever they play, so they cannot play the Sowing Mega Spawn. You can just tank a Sowing Mega Spawn though, and then I can Binding whatever they do. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go Blood Crypta, return this, play Fablock, and then pass. Last game was definitely an ultimate Ren situation if you had a Ren. There were so many Leyline Bindings in that game that I'm sure that they could have Leyline Binding a Ren at some point if they wanted to. Kicked Michael Spawn. I'm about to break. Niche. Okay. And they ran Binding a Ren instead of a good card. We didn't really know up until the very end what kind of cards they had in their hand. Disruptor feud. Chat, will the gods of magic punish me if I discard Raph and my key? Nah, fuck it, I'm discarding 2 lands. My hopes are that they have nothing. Just have 3 more lands in their hand. Uh-oh. Good job. I think I'm okay. But by the way, today's dinner, courtesy of Aga. Homemade bao buns. I made the dough. I'm more than this hand, I think. I'm just watching me eat, okay. Chat, should this be just a mukbang stream? Should I just chomp really loudly into the mic and make my face fucking full of orange sauce? Please no. Okay. Just flat out played nothing. If this goes to ultimate, I think I'm winning. Kurwa, Walgawot. Ty kurwo. I don't wanna consign this. Just leaves room for my render to die next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have an elderly temple, they can go and Raccoon next turn, but it's actually okay. And then if I ultimate Ren, they just have infinite consigns. So I probably cannot lose. I don't think I can allow myself Fable this turn, because if they go like Karn Ugin, how unlikely that is that? So it's 4 for Karn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they would have to have land Karn Ugin. It is not outside of the realm of possibility. They went 3 top, 1 bottom. I am never casting Fable of the Mirror Breaker this turn. So if they name consign with this, it's actually okay. Oh, but did they name Ren? Did they named Creativity? The fuck? The fuck? Okay, I fucked it up. I had to counter this, but then... Never mind. Never mind, chat. Never mind. Devour her. Yeah, naming Creativity is fucking crazy. Like, are you aware that you will never resolve any card ever again? Yeah, I think I had to let Fruit resolve, but like, it was pretty bad if they just named Ren and 6. They did bail me out, so... I did not think of it at that time. But it probably was the correct play. Good try, opponent. I could have even reprieved that. That's what I thought. We don't have space for these endings, right? Maybe it's okay. Ran Emblem in 2026. Winning against Eldrazi, no less. Ooh. That's played fun. That was never playable in this deck. It's an Eldrazi powerful deck, but I can't imagine registering when 20% of the field has main deck consign. Yeah, just consign yourself to that fate. Hehe. I give it all. Sick of feeling. The fuck, Aiden? Let me, what the fuck is wrong with me? No kurwa. Three ball? Guess we reprieve the three ball. That fucking blows. Quite confused about him boarding Streamsphere. I agree. Vintage people. Your best friend is side love is living on the West End. They flooded. Is there a chance, chat? I think I tapped it. Yo. Worked. Okay, never mind. Not paying that. Oh, I could have played the Ogin's Labyrinth and cast this with Kicker. That would be so funny. Kevin Run, what do you think they needed to cut from the Redrazitron deck? Most of the cards are just there, generically good. Continuing the trend of never being on the play chat. Weird matchup. Yeah, a little bit. This should is a decent draw. This matchup looked atrocious. For me or for them? Yeah, no, it's likely for them. I mean, for me. Look bad for me. Okay, let's go Elegant Parlor. Yep, I can reprieve shit. I'm gonna graveyard that. With a hint of not sure if I should. Now I go Pasito. They go Feria, I go Reprieve. Or not. Okay, I reach Sanitarium. This is a Jeskai control deck then. Uh, so I would assume that the Fairy is pretty good. Like holding up Reprieves is insane as well. I'll just pass and surveil with Thundering Falls. Finding out Renan 6 would be pretty good, I think. The food token being our target this game will be somewhat relevant, I think. Keep the card on top. They will still remain not playing anything. I will start throwing Teferis into their counter spells. She had a second blue source to spell snare that. Do you have Narset Days Undoing? Quite the opposite, in fact. Needed that land. I don't want to reprieve that. Sucks that I cannot use my mana in any way here. Just playing my deck, except that they don't have creativity, but rather like consults and narsets. This game is so tragic in terms of my mana, by the way. On my land. Chance, disputes, serenades. Yeah, maybe if I didn't bin that garden, this game would have gone differently. Best card in the deck. Let's not get it. Spell Snert. Winning the garden looks correct with the info you had. Yeah, I don't regret it. I also like, I don't think it would have changed that much if I did have it in the graveyard, in my hand. I would have had land number 5 for like reprieves. Yeah. Maybe it would have been decent, but I still think it was correct, so I agree with one. Can we listen to Gay Record, Gay of Celebrity on Spotify? No. So I cannot actually hold up reprieve with this. Maybe what I should be holding up is Dispute for Ending. Why are you playing this over the upcoming qualifier weekend? I don't have wild cards and I want to spend money. Should I also skip RC for that reason? If you're absolutely unable to get the cards, then I guess. I don't believe you are, though. I can borrow cards for the RC, or even for an RC queue, and I cannot get the wild cards in any way possible except for buying them for a lot of money. So I don't. Maybe I should have grabbed a dwarf token of this, I think, without instead of surveilling. My bad. I think we're still okay though. Who is the Super Friends now deck? Who's the Super Friends deck now opponent? Yep. Why kill Narset with Might Archon? They might minus and get an answer, a good card. Sure. It's okay. Kellerman actually, that argument doesn't really apply to me because I'll probably want to play Historic if I just had infinite part cards. But alas, I don't. Like it's what it seems. My fingers into my eyes. The only thing slowly stops the ache. I don't know. I it never ends. Voices way inside. Gachi version of the song stops so much better, by the way. That is actually true. I wholeheartedly agree. And also, I probably agree with that for most gachi versions. Where are the fingers being pushed? I push my fingers into my ass. Okay. Now they read Vagavot. Oh shit, I don't have 3 permanents. Paper play. I was expecting consign on the board. Would you cyborg and consign against creativity? Maybe you would. Maybe it's right. Now the combo button. Combo of escape and concede gamma. I'm not very confident on this hand, by the way. Okay, I'm a little bit happier now. Maybe I should have just held up Reprieve if they wanted to jam the Narset. I just kind of thought that if they go Narset, I'm gonna go Teferi minus the 6 Serenade Teferi minus the thing. But I don't actually think that's a good play, so. Volume's Chant is not great because it's actually. I cannot really cast it and cast a relevant spell afterwards. They looking for a land? They were looking for a land. Serenade also counters Narset, right? That's exactly what I said. Pardon me if I wasn't clear with that. Containment Priest. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, another land is pretty great for me. That is a draw if I've ever seen one. Router mam to taki podwalacz konia na skrewkę. Rel. Do I counter this? Low key, that's okay. Okay, Irish Sanitarium Flage combo deck, by the way. No chat, I'm kinda scared. They scared me. Tasiarz wchodzi w tej. No, I don't want tap out. I discard Archon, you could have played it. Because I did not want to play it this turn, and I think my other cards in my hand are more relevant and better. That's okay, I think. Yeah, maybe because discarding land with run is free, I should have done that. You're right. Okay. I want to play. No! It's cursed. I'm gonna lose. I keep winning on the draw. Okay, chat. Unpopular opinion. Scouting their pass. This allows me to potentially go late and binding on turn 2, they go like Ragavan. It's actually somewhat okay if... Now I go to Xander's Lounge, play Elegant Parlor. Don't need land 5. Perpetual t-shirt. Nope. I do not want that to happen. Going up against Jetski. Jetski Gardos. Oh, it's a punish. Oh, that is a big punish. In paper you can spell snare that. They did pay 2 mana. Okay. What if I repeat this? No, but I think I'm binding it. Fair. Actually using the treasure for that is kinda crazy. I could... The issue is Kevlar, I couldn't reprieve and binding. So I'll have Temple... I'll have to get Temple Garden. Now I pass and check the Ragavan with the token. Played against this guy yesterday. Any interesting comments on this person? Do I reprieve the solitude? I think I do. Use one more card. Yo. That is devotion. I've never seen a player this bad. Please don't mess up. Yeah, token for 3 cards. I guess that makes sense. That they wanted to do it. Yeah, but realistically, how many cards in their deck can answer a 1/1 token at instant speed in this spot? Might not actually be that large of a subset. Predict this Ragavan slaps a silly, then Barczek falls asleep on top of the keyboard game 2 and opponent still manages to lose. That sounds like a plan. Okay, run 6. Does run 6 change anything? What cards does the Jetski deck play that could kill a 1/1 here? For Galvanic Discharge. Okay, I'm never casting Creativity this turn. An infinite amount of monkeys on a typewriter can't beat Barczek. I guess an infinite amount of those monkeys I would definitely lose. I'll probably lose to like 4. Hey chat. Will we fight over the Ragavan versus token scenario again? 12 monkeys are called a dozen, 4 are called a playset. Playset of monkeys. You should refer to 4 things in real life to a playset. Manguchi had a tweet yesterday that he bought a playset of Mao Zedongs and it was just 4 like Chinese bills. It was pretty funny. I chuckled. They are tanking. A group of people with imposter syndrome is called a dev team. I like that one. Not prismatic ending. Okay, play this for 2. Be an idiot. Play this for 2. Not for 3. Play this for 2. Play this for 2. Let's go. That assault was unasked for. Personal, Rastor. It was personal. bring it back down tonight. Oh. Hey chat, am I waiting? What am I waiting for? If I am waiting. I think it's just silly to keep yourself waiting. You should just do things. And I will. I will indomitable creativity my dwarf token. A Raffen Leomar has spawned. I will attack. It is sorry to this, I swear to fucking god, chat. Okay. I think this creativity is getting more likely to resolve. We'd have to draw the Fairy or Fable, right? Creativity can target binding? No, it's artifacts or creatures. This Reprieve is a pretty good draw. If they had a turn! But they don't. That's a joke. They don't, actually. Yeah, I think Reprieve... Maybe against their deck, Reprieve might be cool. Probably want the Strix Serenades and likely nothing else? Attack trigger from Archon? You would think so. A chord for 5. Saw your Twitter post, homie. Deck looks clean. I net decked it, so don't give me any credit. But it does look pretty good, and we are 8-1 on day so far. We're playing for the trophy right now. It's pretty cool. Thank you for the follow, by the way. Thank you for A chord for 5. And thank you also to Svital92 and DuckFS. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining the team. What is Elish known for? Boros? I would assume so, yeah. Narvuntian as well. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you. Mwah. Great list you made all by yourself. Hey chat, I got this brew today. It uses indomitable creativity and dwarven mind to summon powerful monsters. These are my 3 favorite monsters. Valgavot, Archon, and Raffen Mikey. Those are very good in my Kalia of the Vast Reanimator deck. Yes, I use Raffen Mikey because we rule 0 that hybrid costs are stupid and they are just a moderate card. Anyway. Snare doesn't really have many targets, but the targets it has are very important. The Felias are just super important to counter. Is it worth the downside not being able to play the powerful artifacts like the One Ring? I mean, you have to answer that for yourself. I already did. That's not great. I keep facing this that I cannot ever cast Teferi because I have like Stomping Ground or Blood Crypt in my deck. I'm not in my hand. Never break the chains. I don't think I've seen you win as much in Modern since Breach. That is not nice. What's up with the pike on your wall? Are you a fisherman or a fish fan? No, that's just Spike. He enjoys the stream and wants to show off the fish. I'm not much of a fishing man. The deck isn't the best at casting its cards in general, but boy, when it actually casts them, isn't that sweet? Never love me again. Fish as a derogatory term for someone of a newbie variety. Reprieve Felia. Perfect draw to not cast a Fairy next turn. By the way, exclamation point pike Great, blue card drawn. I will murder the hell yeah. On the unkeep. For now. I feel like Triumphs should be Jeskai plus Jund. I have not given a smidge of a thought to that actually. But it's just like the 5-color mana base is just gonna be super awkward, no matter what you do. Yeah, and I think I agree with Rasta and Zenoan that you kind of have to have Triumphs that cast. Okay. I think I want to cantrip the formation. If I draw a land, I can creativity as well. I don't. I have to play this. I'm gonna consign my table, create a shaman token trigger. Leaving blue-white up of one land is pretty relevant. That is true. It's just like you probably can go both ways. You're just gonna have a different build for like casting your cards. Like probably you can do or choose your stretching Caverman and not play the fairy, which is probably not the stupidest thing you can ever do, by the way. It's a little bit of insecure. Planes. Fucking planes. I think there's a lot of lands that don't provide the other color, and that's the issue. Do we jump Triome, Stomping Ground, Blood Crypt, Mountain, 3 Mines, potentially the Plains? Minus the... Okay, unironically cycling. Yeah, you got it, man. Hmm. Let's keep it like so. Maybe I should sideboard in the Mystical Dispute. Just don't think that we have enough good targets. This is a little bit awkward, but I think Ren is very powerful, so I will just keep it. And I have to play the Dwarven Mine, which wastes 1 token for this game, which kind of blows. With the broken jaw, step outside, but not brawl in. All the sweet words. Get to the moon, never have to call it. They can't really answer this 1-for-1, I think. And then when I untap, I'm gonna have more material to work with. Do, 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 do. Well, it's me eating my words. E un cartón será ser purgiem. Felia, strzelam z Odyna i pucuję kapucyna. Niezły plan na wieczór. Probably cycling this Yetmir's Garden. Do I want to surveil or do I want to keep this for a token? Should have surveilled. Barczyk, has anyone redeemed the VIP package with barrack points? Hmm. I don't believe so. I think the only VIP is Agu because I specifically gave her the VIP privilege. Second, creativity X3. You're halfway there? Oh, I'm halfway there. Living on a prayer. I'm gonna surveil once. I kind of want to play around Mystical Dispute, which they could have sideboarded in, I guess. But like, we have both Solitude and Dispute. Hmm. Now this is the same, but it forces them to Solitude as well, right? Yeah. Okay, I played it pretty well. And it just resolved. Don't necessarily know how they get out of this Valgavot. 2-3 for the bar check. Gigantic Essa moment. Supreme Verdict incoming. We have to do a little bit better. I'm just gonna recast my Solitude, buddy. Oh, never mind, because I controlled it. Never mind. you know, we just kind of goated. No big deal. Easy peasy chaterinos. No! I closed the trophy window. Congrats. Any modifications you would make? Let's think about this a little bit. It makes me happy that creativity is back in a way. It is like that kind of deck that you feel like, yeah, this should be part of the metagame, right? Should be part of it. Trophy into the disaster of a mana base. No, the mana base was actually kind of nice. I didn't mind it too much. It fucked me over multiple times, but I have 5 colors in my deck that every land has to be a mountain in. It's gonna be bad. I've been fucked by mana bases far worse than this. I can take it. I can literally take it. I'm okay. Your heart. But where's your heart? Plains Super Sus. Plains was very good against Harbinger. Today's paid actors were paid extra to win the game each match so that it looks more impressive. Was it actually that way? No, we won 2-0 round 1. Yeah, we used to have it in the side, right? So maybe this could be like a Boseiju. I was playing against Tron, that felt like a very bad matchup. Everyone has to be a mountain, literally plays a single planes. Don't act like you don't get it. You get it. So, I think I like the deck for the most part. I think Poposh Formation does not seem like a card that I should want. It was great in the mirror, but I don't think it's a card that should be in the main deck here. Like, I feel like there has to be a better way, a better source of the token to get your creativity through. But this build is built in a very specific way to counteract a certain metagame, and I think that's the metagame of Jeskai Blink. And against Jeskai Blink, it worked very well. I think Poposh Formation is very good against Jeskai Blink because they literally cannot do anything about the enchantment on instant speed. Or like the token, the artifact. And sometimes they get into a board state where you will not be able to target your creatures with creativity ever because they will have removals and fortuitous and like that doesn't work. Kind of the same thing is with Boros Energy. That deck also like kind of doesn't interact at instant speed with an artifact, and they very much interact at instant speed, especially with Goblin Bombardment against our creatures. Again, Poposh Formation good against Bombardment and good against Boros Energy in general to resolve creativity. So, actually makes a lot of sense. The spell snares were awkward because I never really wanted to fetch blue early, so I probably would just cut the spell snares. Opinion on Valgabot in this? Was it good, or is it maybe another Archon better since you can hit with Mikey and ETB when Archon enters, etc.? So when you do X equals 2 and you put Valgabot and Archon, that wins much more than any other combination of cards, I believe. Because Valgabot's, like, we live in a world where decks can just solitude your every creature without ever running out of cards. And Valgabot is the ultimate counter to that, right? Because you cannot just freely solitude a Valgabot. There's likely that you will be able to cast the solitude back when they Valgabot it, and they will lose a lot of material because of it. So I don't understand the 3 copies of Renan 6 and 7 too. I think Renan was like very, very good and like crucial to the archetype. I don't think I want to play this deck ever without Renan 6 in it. The games where he just drew Renan 6 were just so good. Thundering Force also look kind of awkward. I think if you cut the spell snares, the Thundering Force becomes better, but the issue arises when you go to the sideboard at games, right? You have 8 premium blue cards that you play in the sideboard, and arguably you probably don't have to play the Strict Serenades or the Disputes. You can probably build your sideboard in a way that those cards are not part of it, but I think you have to have 4 Consigned to Memories. The Strict Serenades were actually very good for me as well, so I kind of don't love the Thundering Falls, but I think it's there for a reason. Like, what other surveillance would I prefer to have here? And I do want... Okay, maybe the thing is just play one surveillance. Maybe the Thundering Falls should just be like another Steam Vents for the cyber games. How is creativity going? So we went 4-1 and to 5-0. I think I could just like play the 4th Ren and cut the spell snare. You have mines and additionally 4 tap lands feel slightly too high. Yeah. I think Thundering Force might just become like 4th mine or like a second Steam Vents or a second Sacred Foundry. Maybe second Sacred Foundry sounds nice. I kind of like more ways to cast Teferi and like Binding and Reprieve in the same turn. 9-1, 10 matches is pretty great, honestly. And like the way it played out, I felt I was piloting a pretty powerful deck. Like, I didn't play against meme decks. I played some against meme decks, but I played also against like Affinity, but admittedly I lost. Against Boros Energy, we played against Jeskai twice or 3 times. We played against a control deck, which is nice, you know, closing out the sweep. We played against Eldrazi, which was not a good matchup, but we managed to squeak it through. We played against Sultai Oculus, Sultai, whatever it's the green enchantment branching evolution. What was it called? You know, the blue-green all counters deck with Coiling Oracle. Cutting Snare for 4 of Ren is pretty bad against specifically Felia, I guess. You have 4 Discharge, 1 Snare against Felia. Ritual. Sultai Ritual. Birthing Ritual is the name of the card that absolutely eluded me. I'm also not sure if Raffen Mikey is like a meme or what. But it felt good because it OTKs, right? Because if you go Raffen Mikey attack, then that's always 16 damage. And many times actually I creativity it for 2. I got Archon Valkavot, and I was kind of bummed about it, because if the other creature was Raffen Mikey, I would just win the game. Wykurwista nutka. Cieszę się podoba. Killing them is good because then they are dead. And you can eat hot dogs. Get them dead and go eat the hot dogs at the hot dog stall. But do you know that Brad Nelson quote about eating hot dogs? I recently learned of it via Twitter. It's pretty funny. Deck used to play Bitter Reunion and only Archons. I think going lower on the targets kind of makes sense, although never having anything to do with them kind of blows. A Bitter Reunion is probably like a persist thing, right? You probably can build it in a way that utilizes persist. You just cut the white cards, play persist and Bitter Reunion. Yeah, anyway, the strategy of Indomitable Creativity targeting your dwarves is still a thing in Modern, apparently, for some ungodly reason. So, if you like it, try it out. It's great. I won't go lower on the number of cages. I used to play 4 Archons and like 2 Reunions. Yeah, I mean 3 is fine. 4 is maybe better, but 7 mana is doable though. Another advantage of Wrath. Yeah, and it's also castable. Like, you just play it for 7 mana without fetching like your Xander's Lounge and your Blood Crypt, right?